Okay, so this next one, sorry about the video snafu. We finished this one. So we need to distribute this 5 exponents. So it becomes 2 to the 5th r to the 10 thirds, and then s to the 5/4. Sorry about the writing. These stylus are not that great. So then 2 to the 5th we know is 32. We have r to the 10 thirds power, and then s to the 5/4 power. All good there. Okay, no big deal. Then the next one, we have a little bit of an issue. Now we have this guy on the denominator. So I'm going to rewrite it so that you can see what its fractional exponent would be. Since the numerator has halves already being used, I'm going to make this also represent 2 over 2, which is the same as the first power that it's already represented up here. So when we have fractions that are being, or exponents that are being divided, we know that we have to take the numerator exponent and subtract the denominator one. So this is going to become 3, and then we have x, and it's going to be 3 over 2, that's a 3, over 2 minus 2 over 2, which is going to leave you with 3x to the 1/2 power. All good, okay? Same idea here, but I'm going to take this numerator one. If this has thirds on the bottom, I'm going to make the numerator, instead of just leaving it as 1, I'm going to make this guy into 3 over 3. And I'm doing that so that I can simplify my top and my bottom. So now I still have this 2 in the denominator. Nothing's happening to that. There's nothing that's going to change it. But I have m, I have 3/3 minus 1/3. Well, what's 3/3 minus 1/3, guys? That's going to be 2/3. So now I have my m to the 2/3 up here, all divided by 2. And that's my final answer. Okay, next one. Here's our issue. There's only one set of x's. It's in the denominator and it has a fractional exponent. That's taboo. That's kind of like having a square root in the denominator or any kind of radical in the denominator, and you can't have that. So what you have to do is basically you have to take it up to its next whole number. Since this is 1/4, we got to get this up to 1 whole. And so in order to do that, I'm missing 3/4. So you always got to think like, what am I missing? You need 3/4 more to make this whole. So you're going to multiply by x to the 3/4 over x to the 3/4. And the reason that you do that is so that you have 2x to the 3/4 over x to the 1 whole. 4/4 is 1 whole. So when I combine these two right here, this gives me x to the 4/4, which equals 1 whole. And so normally we don't like to have x's in 2 places when we finish a problem. The only exception to that rule is if it's going to result in a fractional exponent in the denominator, which is basically saying you have radicals in the denominator. We know that's not allowed. Okay, on this last one here, same idea as what we used before. You're going to use a conjugate here, and so you're going to have y to the 1/2, you guessed it, plus 1 over y to the 1/2 plus 1. And so basically that's based on the denominator being a subtraction problem. So if we put some parentheses around this and then we distribute all these fun things, in the numerator we end up with y to the 1/2 times y to the 1/2 gives me y to the 1 whole, because it's 1/2 plus 1/2. Then we do plus y to the 1/2. Same idea, come in here with this one, plus another y to the 1/2. And then last but not least, we have this one, which is going to be plus 1. In the denominator, we get y to the 1/2 plus 1/2, which is 1 whole. And we're going to, for the sake of doing this right now, I'm going to multiply it all out. So I get another plus y to the 1/2. And then for this one, I get a minus y to the 1/2. Sorry, one's a plus, one's a minus. And then lastly, I get a minus 1. So we get these two things cancel each other out. That's going to result in y to the 1st, which I do not need to write that y to the 1st at this point. Okay. And then we come back here and we have plus 2y to the 1/2 in our numerator, plus 1, all divided by y minus 1. So no more fraction exponents in the denominator. Okay, sorry, that took slightly over 15 minutes, but I think I was pretty close. So make sure you watch both of these and you try to get a good understanding of this. Google something else if you didn't quite get it, because in class you're going to be working on these.